His family is here from Holland, Bobby. That's where he's from.
Known for his dunks, the Duckin' Dutchman behind the back to Jason for a slam dunk.
Dutch treat.
The NBA thanks New York Knicks organization.
And the bench goes crazy.
And it's Mayor
And how about the up, the scoop, the George Gervin finger roll.
Back to Madison Square Garden as soon as we can catch our breath. King Kong, absent Fay Ray, uses the collapsing Empire State Building to launch himself toward a slam. And here are masters of their respective domains, Commissioner David Stern and Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. The mayor overlooking the apparent zoning ordinance violation involved in the collapsing Empire State Building. A while ago, the East went on a 12-0 run to up their advantage to 119-96, but the score doesn't eliminate Kobe Bryant as an MVP candidate, that's for sure, and there's some history. There have been 3 MVPs off losing teams. Bob Pettit of the Hawks in 1958, Dr. J in 1977, Magic Johnson in 1990. Rick Smits from the head of the key.
Smits is feeling it now. You can just see it in his face. Finally, his health returned to him this year. The feet looking, feeling very good.
Well, the East players has taken a cue from Michael Jordan early in the game. He told him when he first got here this week, he wants to win this game, and the East has come out to show their dominance. And we talked to Bird, he talked about playing Jordan at the point.
Michael misses with the left hand, but Antoine Walker of the Celtics slams it home and makes sure folks notice it. Eddie Jones with the reverse.
Very nice.
Well, when I was talking to Eddie Jones, he talked about how he's changed his dedication this year. Last year, he tailed off at the end of the season and did not play well in the playoffs. And it was because he stopped working out off the court. He committed himself to work out throughout the season in that weight room with his physical trainer, and he's convinced that those moments of inconsistency that have plagued Eddie Jones are now a thing of the past.
I know from experience from being the GM in Toronto that when you put the fear in the player's heart that you may send him from Los Angeles to Sacramento, that'll make you play a little better and work a lot harder.
Antoine Walker for 3. He has that kind of range, but he misses. He had a 49-point game earlier this year against Washington. That matches Michael Jordan's 49 against the Clippers for the high output in the league this year. In and out for Eddie Jones. And here comes Reggie Miller, who scored 14. The East by 25, 125 to 100. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in the game. Walker. And Duncan the rebound.
Do you think Larry Bird is trying to play Michael Jordan a lot of minutes to suck up to him?
No, because I think he's trying to wear him out, possibly. Smits with the very nice block there.
And there is Larry Bird, a 12-time All-Star, 3-time league MVP, and the All-Star coach in his rookie year. Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, starring Steven Seagal, comes up after the All-Star game.
Bob, when I was talking to Michael and Larry before the game tonight, they were reminiscing about the great moments in Barcelona. And I know, Zeke, how disappointed you were not to be on that trip. But we do have Ahmad Rashad, who knows a little bit about that trip to Barcelona.
I do know about that trip to Barcelona, but another thing was I was talking to Larry about Michael retiring. He said he doesn't want Michael to retire. He said he knows that when you retire, you have absolutely nothing to do. There are not enough tee times to keep you busy. And he said, take it from me. I'm back coaching, and he said, I hope Michael does not make that same mistake because he's a guy that needs something to do every day, like play basketball. Bob?
I was retired once, and I hated it.
I lost track of how many times you were retired. Here is Garnett. We've heard tonight that Michael has the 2 most esteemed predecessors of his telling him to retire. Garnett with the dub. Magic is working on him. Larry Bird's working on him. Millions of fans would say the same to him if they had an opportunity.
Well, we just don't want Michael to leave the game. You know, Magic, Bird, myself, the way we had to leave the game, it was because of injuries or other reasons. And we don't want Michael to look back and turn around and want to do something that he loves so much and leave it too early.
But I think the great players, of the guys you just listed, you have to play it out, because that helps validate the next generation when they finally get to the point where they can beat you. When age and injury does catch up, then it says, okay, now we see these new guys, and they really do have it.
Jordan was fouled, taking it to the hole. He'll be at the line when we come back. 2.5 minutes to play.
He went back to the 63-point game in the '86 playoffs, Jordan's second year in the league. And Larry, who was the MVP at the time and the champion, Larry got Michael guarding him in the low post, and Larry just eyes lit up, and he said, I got a little one down here. And he said, give me the ball. Bird said, give me the ball, give me the ball. And Jordan comes down, and Bird switches on to him, so Jordan starts hollering, hey, I got a big one. I got a big one out here. They just kept going the rest of the way on his way to 63 with Big Little.
Michael Jordan just made 1 of 2. The first one he shot conventionally. The second one, you were able to see he did what he sometimes does in a game that's a blowout, or a game like this, the All-Star game, which is both an exhibition and a blowout, as it turns out, 128 to 106. He shot the second one with his eyes closed and missed it. Steve Smith off with a 3. Jason Kidd with the world's longest tap attempt from about 10 feet. Here's Garnett.
But Jordan's the type of guy that even though he shot it with his eyes closed, he's mad that he missed it.
But look what George Karl's got out here for the West right now. You're talking all the young guys. Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, Tim Duncan.
Smith missing the 3. West ball out of bounds. 1:39 to play. East by 20. This is the second foul shot by Michael. Eyes closed, and it's off left. Oh, no.
And